here we go. Race 3 starting off with Devil taking the third position of Alexa along with the Grey Omnis beside him and staying side by side. Just a great start by these two drivers, getting ahead of Alexa very quickly. Looks like Devil has the inside, going off the jumping a little bit, and looks like he'll keep the third position after a little bit of contact as well between that Grey Omnis. Going back here to Foxy, you can see that in the mid-pack nobody really crashed on the first turn. Very impressive driver by everyone on the first turn. And going back a bit to Troll, we can see that really he made a lot of positions just with that Kuruma, with that speed he has. Starting off in the duel, we have Alexa making a maneuver on the inside of that yellow Omnis, getting the 14th position and trying to make a move on that green Omnis, but isn't able to on the start on that of the third section. But on the next hairpin he manages to try another move on that green Omnis, but he's unable again. But that green Omnis makes a little bit of mistake and just overtakes him for the 12th position. Going back to Jan, where in this overtake he gets the inside of that black Omnis. Jan has a little bit more of speed than the other Omnis and just gets ahead of him before and after the bridge, but looks like that black Omnis just brakes too late and goes into a wall. And another Omnis just goes and overtakes him instantly, but Jan just does another overtake on him instantly on the inside. Zeus with DevillCore now trying to get side by side, and it looks like he has extra speed but isn't able to do a complete overtake. Looks like on the start of the third lap, Zeus is still side by side. Just very good driving from these two drivers. Going off almost in the jump, and Zeus has the inside on that third straight. Going off the jump, we'll be switching off to DevillCore's point of view. And DevillCore has the inside here, tries to take the second position but still unable to. Zeus now has the inside and completes the overtake, but DevillCore just doesn't give up and goes back on the inside for that hairpin turn. Looks like we'll be switching off to Zeus again, where you can see that they are still really side by side, just on the start of the bridge, but DevillCore has the inside again and just overtakes him. But no, DevillCore doesn't let Zeus get ahead. DevillCore just has other plans and keeps the inside safe of Zeus and keeps a second position and into the next hairpin. Zeus tries to make another move, but Devil has the inside, just doesn't let him. Going back to skipping a bit forward, we still see that Zeus tried to take another overtake on DevillCore, but he's completely unable to. Now Zeus on the inside at the end of the bridge, and it looks like he'll completely overtake DevillCore by this point in time. Switching back to DevillCore, where he's on the back on the inside for the next hairpin and almost gets second position, but still side by side. Nothing much we can see from here other than Zeus completely protecting off the inside and isn't able to complete the overtake. Going back to Fausto here, we can see him just on the inside of the yellow Omnis, now side by side, where he's trying to overtake the yellow Omnis, but it looks like the yellow Omnis has the inside and just doesn't let Fausto complete the move on him. Seems like Fausto tried to make another move, but is completely unable to, as the yellow Omnis just protects the inside. Alexa now on DevillCore just makes a little bit of contact, but completes the overtake on DevillCore. Going back to TXM here, we can see him trying to catch up as we start lap 21 with Alexa going a little bit on the third, making him a little bit behind the Devil, but it completely overtakes him as he has more acceleration, and TXM is now really right beside the zero gas driver. Looks like Alexa now is currently holding off the pressure of two drivers, and looks like a bit of contact between Devil and TXM, and now it's a three-way battle between these three drivers. Looks like TXM is trying to catch up with Devil going on the inside of Alexa, and TXM tries to climb the middle of those two drivers, but is completely unable to complete the overtake. Starting on the bridge, still side by side, almost a crash happening, and TXM just takes the inside here and completes the overtake on these two drivers. Going back to Alexa's point of view, where we can see him trying to overtake Devil again, but isn't completely unable to do it. Looks like Alexa has a little of an error line, still unable to complete the overtake on Devil, as he had the inside covered off. Looks like we'll be switching off to DevillCore again, And we can see him, he just hits a little bit of behind of DXM and completely spins him out. Very unlucky for DXM here. And we can also see Lexa's point of view right now, where he just hits behind DevillCore, where he helps him out by accident. Lexa just goes off track and has to brake for and Devil just gets the position of those two drivers. Going a bit forward, we have Zeus and Alexa on a battle on the last lap, where we can see Zeus fall behind Alexa, but Zeus has a little bit better speed of the jump and gets the overtake done on the hairpin, but Lex is still side by side, not giving up. But Zeus has the inside, so he'll protect it with all his life, and Alexa goes a bit uphill, and Zeus just completely overtake once again. Starting off in the crashes, we have Jan by accident losing control of his car and hitting the black Omnus. Very unfortunate for these two drivers. Here we have Fausto trying to brake for the turn, but Bochai just crashes into him. Unlucky for Fausto. Here we have Foxy, where he witnesses the crash between Alexa and that yellow Atropos. Here we have Toysi's point of view. Very unlucky. And here we have what really happened. Alexa just hit behind the yellow Omnus, and he also gets involved in the crash. Unlucky for these two drivers. Another crash by Alexa, where MX just hits behind Alexa by accident. And we have here MX's point of view here now. Switching over to Paramedic, where we can see the yellow Tropos just flying off. Very unlucky for that yellow Tropos. Switching over to Bochai, where he's witnessed the Stresado crash. Unlucky. Here we have MX point of view on Kevin's crash. Looks like Kevin crashed into those wooden poles and just went off flying. Unlucky. And here we have Troll just going a bit too much on the inside and just flying off track, having to respawn. Here's again for another replay. Starting off in the maneuvers, we have Toasty just going on the outside but unable to complete that maneuver, and now on the inside they complete the maneuver on those two drivers. But we have another driver, I'm pretty sure that is Foxy. Yep, that is Foxy going into a better line than those three drivers. It's just getting the 9th position, 3 positions on one turn. Very good play by Foxy. Here we have Alexa on a maneuver on the first lap after my crash there. Here we have DevillCore's point of view on that overtake. Here we have another overtake by Alexa for the 10th position. Almost. Actually no, he has the 10th position and we'll get the 9 actually. He'll get the 9 on the next hairpin. And here we have Boshai just trying to make a move on the black Omnus, but is unable, so that will leave the space for the red Omnus to overtake. And we still have one more overtake to complete off this thing. That is Fausto going on the outside and completely that overtake on that white Omnus. Well played by Fausto.